Happy Halloween. I'm meteorologist Diane Phillips with a forecast that's probably a little more, well, full of tricks rather than treats. Not a lot of eye candy with this year's Halloween forecast. Though we have mild temperatures that'll be in the mid-60s to start out those early and beginning hours of trick-or-treating, we are still going to be working with those spotty showers. So it will be a damp Halloween for us this year for a lot of the kids that are going to be going out and about. And you're going to want to have that WTOL 11 weather app if you are going to try to trick or treat. There will be some dry moments. We'll look at that hour-by-hour forecast to come. But as far as the temperatures for those who are headed out, we'll see those into the mid-60s to start if you're going to go out early, and even through 5-6 o'clock we'll still be in the lower 60s. But at 7 o'clock, that's when we have some of those 50s rolling in, and we will also be looking at hopefully a few 60s holding on, but a lot of us are still going to have 50s as the evening goes on. Now, as we look at radar, the system that's bringing us rain is kind of well spread out. You are going to find some scattered showers. Those are going to be, well, already stretching across not only our neighborhoods, but further west. So we have to work through those to get through the rest of our evening. And that's why we are keeping those wet chances in the forecast for Halloween. So when we look at the hour by hour conditions, you'll see that even during the afternoon, we at times had a little bit of a lull, but still looking at that moisture to be possible. Those scattered showers, we are keeping those in through the trick-or-treat time frame, but it just won't be an all-day rain. So I wouldn't say that today is completely a washout, but it's just difficult with trick-or-treating. It's really hard to pinpoint community to community who is going to be seeing those green spots during that Halloween time frame. As the trick-or-treating continues on, even till 8, even 9 o'clock, if you have those towns that do have those bonfires, going to be working with the chance of that wet weather. The rain, however, as we head into tomorrow morning, Tuesday, that's when those rain chances will slowly start to dry out. We'll still keep an eye for an isolated shower for Tuesday morning. Some cloud cover is also going to be hanging around, but we are going to finally be seeing a little more of a drier trend into the forecast. And not only does the dry weather hold, but we're actually bringing some warmth to go with it. Now, though we're going to be working on drying out, you will find those showers on radar. So that's going to be a helpful tool if you're headed out, because then you can see, oh, we need to go a little bit earlier. Oh, maybe we need to wait a little bit before heading out. So not only are you going to have to be using that radar, but the hourly forecasts as well are going to be really great to keep an eye on that drizzle that we'll have, and also those temperatures as well, so you can know how many layers you need to have underneath that costume. Now, I did kind of hint there at those drier conditions and the warmer temperatures. Temperatures are going to be into the 60s for today and tomorrow, but Wednesday we open up the doors to some warm weather. You're going to find highs to be into the mid 70s even as we get into the weekend. So as those temperatures start to climb, even into Sunday, that's the day that we'll see a little more of a transition, but hold on to some mild temperatures. And that front, it really doesn't knock that heat out all that much. So a few remnants of the warmer air will still be sticking around as our temperatures start to be, well, a little bit, struggle with the adjustment. And now this morning when we started the day, very, very mild lows in the Toledo area. We're only into the mid 50s. Normally we see lows right around 40 degrees. So it's not in the 30s that's on average, but we are definitely going to be enjoying some 50s since we have already seen some of those 30s. Also, to set the stage where we should be when we're talking 70s, typically as we wrap up October, we see highs that are into the upper 50s, 50 degrees. And that average line, well, it's going to continue to slant downward, and we will see that those averages, well, though those will be cooler, we'll keep an eye on our local forecast to see how that holds. Now, another thing with Halloween safety, keep an eye on those kids as they are out and about. Sunset this evening is at 6:31 p.m. So that means then, of course, you're not going to have much of a glow before things are dark. So though you'll be able to enjoy the Halloween decorations, just keep in mind for safety to travel slow and keep an eye out for those kiddos when we have, well, no more sunlight left for today. Now, the extended forecast brings more sun back in, so don't worry. Though we have the wet weather and haven't been enjoying a lot of that bright sunshine, we're going to have it working its way back into tomorrow, and then unleashing that as we get through the rest of this work week. You'll find temperatures into those 70s, so dry weather, really some nice days to get outdoors. And you will find Sunday, that's going to be a day that we're watching for a cold front to move through. It'll bring some rain chances into the weekend forecast, and then, well, it kind of messes up temperatures next week. Up and down between those 60s, popping still a 70-degree day in there, but it also looks a little more unsettled and uneven with rain showers that'll be on the way. Again, if you are going to be headed out for trick-or-treating tonight, make sure you have the WTOL 11 weather app. That's going to be the best tool, the most powerful tool that we have here in the Weather Center to make sure you are ready to go and also hopefully have a dry and safe trick-or-treating time frame.